everyone. How are you doing tonight? Just checking out chat. We have people in from all over the world. Italy, Netherlands, US, Australia. This is wild. This is why I love Zed. Bringing people together, all walks of life, all countries, all places under one umbrella of Zed. And I just think that is absolutely beautiful. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little shook tonight. Uh, Shook at the generosity of this community and what they have done. Tonight we have a Zombie Racing Club token giveaway, giving away 4 horses and a huge Zetalytics update, which I think is going to just really help a lot of you out with your horse evaluations and performance evaluations. CJ, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, I didn't know you were in Canada. No way. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ireland's in here. Let's go. All over the world during the first night of football. Yeah, those of you in the U.S., happy it's football season. I'm a huge, huge football fan. Sorry, Rodney. Didn't mean to take that away from you. Um, but yeah, I'm a big Bears fan. Big Bears fan. Got some Aussies in here. Mr. Marr, what is going on? Evermore. Love it, love it, love it. A lot of first timers here too. Very exciting. Happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, figured we would start the night just talking about this amazing community that we have and the generosity that exists within it. So, the first giveaway that we, yeah, when Justin Fields, absolutely had to call that one out. Um, Thank you. Happy Thursday to you too, Veggie Dave. Uh, First giveaway tonight is courtesy of Black Diamond TAD, if I'm saying that right. If you're in chat right now, thank you so much. Really, truly, truly appreciate it. He has donated a Zombie Racing Club Finny Classical token. Good night, Moon. How you doing? And this is just so awesome, so cool. For those of you that don't know, this is a Season 1 pass, Zombie Racing Club. Zombie Racing's putting on a series of tournaments. This will get you entered into it, especially if you have a Finny. And if you have a Classical Finny, it's even better because it will get you into color-specific tournaments. So you have both blood and color-specific. This can get you into both. If you have that's classical, meaning classic colors, which I believe are the yellows. So this could be your all-access pass into that tournament. Yes, Slick Soup's classical is referring to the color of the horse, that classic column in the Zed Run horse color chart. So, again, this is courtesy of Black Diamond TAD. Just through his Twitter and chat. Go show him some love for his generosity in donating this tonight. We'll be doing giveaways throughout stream tonight, so not just all at the end. So stick around. It's going to be a blast. We have 74 of you in here already. Absolutely wild. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting. Next giveaway of the night, going into the horses. Before I do that, Black Dog says, anything needed to enter the giveaway? All you have to do is you have to be on Twitch. So I know some of you might be on Facebook. Some of you might be on YouTube. You have to be on Twitch and in Twitch chat to enter the giveaways, for all the giveaways. That's all you have to do. You don't have to like anything. You don't have to follow anything. You just have to be in here. We'll enter a simple chat command. That's all you have to do. The second giveaway is courtesy of Lady Luck Racing at Lady Stables on Twitter, throwing them in chat right now. Incredibly generous. Zed Run Select Racers, Prestige Breeders, foals for sale, giveaways, and raffles. They donated this right here, a Z22 exclusive Buterin filly. So you have a chance at keeping this at the exclusive level by keeping it as a filly. Colors Champagne Poppy, unnamed, unraced. If you win this horse, you get to name it yourself, and you get to just send it off in its griffin. Would love for this to go to a new stable, but you don't have to be a new stable. You can be an established stable or new stable to win. That does not matter. All of these giveaways are open to every single Zed Run stable owner, whether you have an empty stable or one that is extremely full. Then next, after that, we have 3 horses that were donated today, courtesy of Lucky Jack, who I believe I saw in chat earlier. So shout out to him. Go ahead. Oh, let's go give Lady Luck a follow as well. But definitely, if you're not already, follow Lucky Jack. He is an OG in the space and incredibly generous. Constantly giving out horses. Absolute legend. Very nice guy. Had him on Inside Zed. Just absolutely fantastic. He has so many great quality horses. So he's also part of Pony Plug, which I also want to shout out right now. So it's a combo donation from both of them. So shout out to Pony Plug. And if you're not familiar with Pony Plug, especially if you're new to Zed, Pony Plug is an awesome stream. There's a group of them that are on. They do great talk shows. They do duels. Just great content around Zed in general. But another thing that they do is tournaments and contests, which are a lot of fun. Lots of, I think they do a handful of different styles. But what's really cool is that they donate a lot of their money to charity. So this is Extra Life, where they donate to. And Extra Life supports children's hospitals throughout the United States. And this is just wildly important. Super huge. And just to give you an idea of how much of a goat not only LJ but Pony Plug is, this is just Extra Life's homepage, okay? We'll throw this in chat as well if you're interested in donating, checking it out. If you scroll down at these leaderboards, number 3, Pony Plug, they have raised, along with the Zed community, have raised $21,735. That is absolutely insane, absolutely beautiful. It's just incredible. So it's just the power and the generosity of this community, both in what they've donated to the stream tonight, but also what they're donating to help the future of the U.S. and any kid who could be struggling having been in a children's hospital. They are giving away 3 horses. First one is called Butte Jack Mint. It is unraced. It is a Z21 Sir Aquamarine, which is I believe a rare coat, exclusive colt. The next one is Butte Jack Atomic, which is a Z16 legendary colt, Atomic Tangerine. Love the name. I think that's also rare. And again, unraced. And then the last horse is it's Jack Rabbit, a Z5 exclusive Nakamoto colt. One race. Absolutely wild. Love the name. Awesome name. And it's a Nakamoto Z5 exclusive. Huge. We'll be talking more about these horses and their kind of lineage about it later. Scott, what up? Can I get some boorts in chat? Scott, starting off with the boorts. Can I get some boorts in chat? Boot! So yes, ZRC Token, 4 great horses, big Zetalytics update. There we go. We got the boorts in chat. Thank you. Love you all. Let's go. It's going to be a wild night. Absolutely wild night. Before we get into things, for the 85 of you, wow, absolutely blown away. Look at these boorts going in chat. This is blowing my mind. Absolutely blowing my mind. Thank you all so much. This is amazing. Let's start with Black Diamond's giveaway, shall we? Let's start with the giveaway right away. Why not? We got a lot to give away tonight. Let's start with the Zombie Racing Club Finny Classic Token. All you have to do to enter is be in Twitch chat, which I assume most of you are, but in case you're on Facebook or YouTube, please switch over to Twitch quickly. You'll have 3 minutes, and to enter, all you have to do is type in !diamond like I did just there. Don't have to do it yet. I'll let you know when it starts. Thank you for the follow, Fat Nuts 1. Appreciate it. So we will be starting that giveaway right now. It will be going for 3 minutes, and giveaway is starting now. It is up. So if you do not see the little pop-up saying that you entered the giveaway, please hit it again. There we go. Amy's in, Beamy's in, Golden Glow's in, NFT is in, Local Boy, Jacob, Anthony Hart, Solar. All right, 35 of you. So for those of you that aren't too familiar with Zombie Racing 1, great group of men and women. Awesome stream. Great website. It's a beautiful website. Zombie.racing. And I believe these tokens were going for 0.03, 0.04. And so they've got, here they've got a list of a bunch of different tournaments, including Pony Plugs tournaments. So you can see the results. You can click into it. Here's their 50-50 tournament that's currently going on. Let's see if we can click in. I think it's going. Maybe not. Let's check out this Pony Plug. Let's see if we can see those results. Yeah, it's going. It's going. We have just under 2 minutes left on the giveaway. Thank you for the follows. New followers in here. I appreciate you coming in. Really, really appreciate it. Peroni Tony. Love the name. Love the name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. M. Purdy. So check that out. Not only was that beautiful, but look at this podium they got. Lucky Charms 2. Lucky, if you are here in chat, look at that. Terms of Engagement in there as well. Another great, great name. Great horse. After School Pancakes. I love that name. Congrats to Lucky. Lucky, if you're in chat tonight, holler, man. That is awesome. Very, very, very cool. Great site. They put out great content, great tournaments. I mean, just look at this. This is beautiful. Let's check out, see if we can look at where were the horses. I swear I saw that. Let's look at the stable. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, definitely check it out. The link to their site is zombie.racing. Let's pull up. So check out that highlight. Like, this is beautiful. This is so well done. Harry Canary, owner of Page Stable. You can get the Know Your Horses link, the Z link, the birthday, the mint number, filly, race stats. Some more info coming soon. Head back. It's really slick, really, really nice site. Beautifully done. Again, can't say enough about the whole crew. We have 20 seconds left on the giveaway. 20 seconds left for the Zombie Racing Club Finny giveaway. 10 seconds. Final chance. If you have not entered yet, we have 73 people in of 84 viewers. Exclamation point diamond. 3, 2, 1, and timer is done. Entries are closed. Anti-Babushka, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, are we ready to pick a winner? Can I get some emotes in chat? You got the Pony Plug. You got the horns in chat from Sean Versal. Let's hit him in chat. Let's get some hype going for this. Shipakas, thank you for the follow. If I butchered that, which I more than likely did, please correct me. Love it, love it, love the horns, love the sheesh. Love it. Oh, we got some Boorts in chat as well. We got some Boorts in chat. All right, here we go. Winner picked in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rodney! Congrats to Rodney. Rodney, are you here? Rodney, are you here? Is Rodney in chat? Is Rodney in chat? Anyone see Rodney? Rodney, are you still here? What up, Doles? Where's Rodney at? Rodney, we might have to start the minute timer. We might have to start that minute timer. All right, we're starting the timer. Did anyone see Rodney in chat? We're starting the timer. Went to the bathroom. Ooh. 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 All right, if I can get to... Rodney, you're here! Okay, all right, all right, all right. Rodney, you are here. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Please DM me on Twitter, Discord, or Twitch. Your stable... Or, sorry, your... Can I give it? Your wallet address. And I will get that over to you after stream. So congratulations to Rodney. That is huge. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Well done. All right, so before we go into our next giveaway, wanted to talk to you a little bit more about something that I've been thinking about relating to Zed. So I do a lot of, for those of you that have been on my streams before, I do a lot of horse evaluations, and I see a lot of different styles, shapes, types of horses, different preferences, different speeds, different finish distributions. I've seen the full gamut of almost everything. The original Pad, thank you for the follow. But one thing always kind of stuck out in the back of my head, and I want to kind of illustrate that for you right here. So here's a screenshot from my website, mjinformatics.com, at just a random horse. Yeah, and we'll definitely be getting to horse evaluations later in the night after we talk about this quick update for sure. So if you have a horse you'd like for me to evaluate, we'll definitely get to it. So there's this horse here called Riveting Domination. It's a random horse that I found. And what I noticed during my evaluations is that the little arrow chart, formerly of ball chart fame, gone but not forgotten, RIP, didn't quite always match up with the actual performance of, like, the actual finished performance of the horse. And I thought that was really, really weird. Bojack Horseburger, there's never any judgment. You are all good, nothing to be worried about. Killbot, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We have cracked 100 people in here. Wow, you all are incredible. You are, oh my god. This just made my whole week. Thank you all so much. This is wild. This is wild. And what I was noticing was that the arrow chart wasn't really matching up with the actual horse performance. So here's an example with Riveting Domination. At 2000, and for those of you that haven't seen this, the white triangle, it's kind of faint here, is the average speed of Zed, of all the Zed horses at that distance. The red triangle, each red triangle represents a single race that your horses run. So you see here that for Riveting Domination, it has run 2 races at 2000, and both have been slower than Zed. So you would think that, Farhat, what is going on, my guy? You would think that this horse did not place well for that reason. Well, if we actually look at the numbers for 2000, it doesn't quite add up. It doesn't quite make sense. Because the average place is 2, and if we go across, it's profitable. It won one of those 2 races, and it came in second or third in the other one. So this is speed, Killbot. This is a kilometers per hour speed. And I was like, that doesn't make sense to me, because you'd think if it won, it would most likely tend to be faster. But it didn't click. But Zed, there's so many unknowns in Zed. I kind of let it go, but it still made sense because we do a lot of our judgment off of performance in finish distributions. And then I started listening to some podcasts, watched some YouTube videos relating to people like Arbitrage, who can evaluate horses so fast. And I thought that was so interesting. Like, how could they get the jump on absolutely Siberia? How could they get the jump on all of these horses? So to me, there was a missing link or a missing piece. And for those of you that maybe couldn't see it as well, so here's the chart. The white is right here, and so that is the average for Zed horses. And then here are the 2 races that this horse won. One of them it finished first. The other one it finished third. But yet it was running slower. It's pretty close, but slower. So I was a little confused. I thought there was a missing piece. I tried to work on some things. Nothing really clicked or came to it. But then I came to this blog that Know Your Horses put out. Lambert, Know Your Horses, great site, great tools, great group of guys. Just almost a week ago now. And they talked about how there's this idea of race noise. And some races are just run faster, and some races are just run slower. So not necessarily your horse, but the race as a whole. So think of the race holistically. And they outline it here in their blog post. You can find it on their website. And I thought this was fascinating. And as I started reading through it, everything kind of clicked and came together. That if you could then take, and they talk about this here, I'm briefly summarizing the article, that if you could take the average race time of the race as a whole and match that to the average race time of all the races at that distance and get those a little more aligned, that you would have a much truer representation of an actual horse speed and performance. So I went ahead and I did that. And I did those calculations. Or at least a way of doing those calculations, we'll say. And so looking at that same horse, Riveting Domination, if we look at the same chart we looked at before, and I'll zoom in a lot, at 2000, so same horse, there's two versions of this chart now. The one in red will be the one that has been normalized to the average. And the one above is what we looked at before. So if we look at 2000, very similar to before, you have these two behind. But now, when you normalize the race speed to the average, you can actually see that the red is now in front. Rodney, thank you so much. Really appreciate that donation. That was awesome. That was so generous of you. Really means a lot and really helps keep the stream going. That was awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate that. I don't have subs. I do that so I can stream on as many platforms as possible immediately to reach as many people as possible. But I do have a donation page. So Rodney, thank you so much for doing that. That was awesome. Yeah, I'll pop the link in to the Know Your Horses blog. Not a problem. Please go check it out. Great website, especially if you're new. You need to start using Know Your Horses. You need to check it out. So when we normalize the races, you can now see at 2000, this horse is running faster than the average, which makes sense for its actual performance. Killbot asks, how did I normalize it? So I took the average time of that particular race and then aligned that to the average time of all races at that distance, and then adjusted each individual horse's times off of that new adjusted time. So looking at this now, that makes sense because now these triangles, the triangles, match up with the actual performance of the horse. We look at speed. Here's the original speed. So averaging 60.29, 60.47. You can see that these speeds now change. And the standard deviations now change. And it's now much more adjusted. So why and how is this important? How can this be used? Now you can get a much more accurate representation of how a horse is running compared to the average at a distance. Before, when you might have seen what looked like a horse that was running super fast, that might not have always been the case, and it could have been the case that the race was fast. Or the race was slow. Now you're going to get a much truer, a much more accurate depiction. So basically, think of it as a scale. You have an average, and then you have CJ. Thank you so much. You have some races. So you have a grouping of horses. Let's say you have, your 12 horses, and all these 12 horses are going to run a time, just an average time across them. But Zed's going to throw in a layer of noise according to what this Know Your Horses blog said, and to a thought that I've had. I couldn't properly articulate it or put it down, but Know Your Horses really kind of put it all together. So you take this average, and you would think all races would be run around this average. Well, that's not actually the case. The theory of the thought goes that some races are just shifted. So they're shifted up, where it's not just one horse running faster, but the race in general, all horses are running faster, and there are some that are shifted down. Sure, like a competition factor, kind of like that, and that they're all shifted down. So what this does is now says, let's stop the shift. Let's take the shift out of it, and let's consolidate that pool of times. So now you're actually comparing to the average. CJ says there's a few variables that add to noise to race times. I would agree with that. This is a good look at helping to wade through it by adjusting for one of them. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So instead of looking at the pure time or the pure speed, we're looking now at an adjusted speed. And there are some other factors into it. CJ brings up a good point. You could have things like, just a simple example, maybe a spook factor could adjust a horse's speed. Something that just comes to mind off the top of my head. No doubt there are other things involved as well. And especially as the game evolves, there will be more of these factors. So, as a result, as of right now, on mjinformatics.com, this update is live. Completely free, no extra cost, nothing. It is automatically in the update on the site. You don't have to do anything. The charts are already changed. All the speed, it's all on Zetalytics. This is the new version of Zetalytics. Okay. So CJ brings up a good point. That he doesn't think that spook factor adjusts speed per se, aside from adding a second layer of variance in performance. Some really cool stuff coming on a distance preference. That's exciting. That's really exciting. So that's definitely a way to think about it, to look at it. So someone brought up in chat the old soggy dog fatigue, and Know Your Horses calls out fatigue as well as being a factor in this calculation. Dirt Nasty TV, thank you so much. But one way that we combat this on MJ Informatics, Zetalytics, is by calculating a race per day and along with adjusting the slider. So how this comes into effect, how we use this, is if you're looking to evaluate a horse that maybe doesn't have many races, you can now adjust this date slider up top. You can now see a truer representation of speed. And with that adjusted date slider, you can see, okay, this person's racing at 5, 7, 10 races a day. That horse is going to be fatigued, so maybe its speed is a little slower than what it would be if it was raced better. You can also look at things like average class. So is it racing up in class? Is it racing down in class? Not necessarily affecting speed directly, but performance. You could look at the races per day by distance. This is not overall per day. This is just how often when they do race, are they hitting one distance preference over another, or is it a pretty even distribution? But the big thing here when trying to look at both this and fatigue is races per day in the top right here, sliding off your date, and then looking at these charts down below. So if you can see it has a pretty low races per day, it's racing in its current class, and you're looking to evaluate a horse and you see, a good amount of red in front of the white, that can be a factor that can lead to a horse that may perform better than most. Bojack Horseburger says, I feel like there's other factors going on except for speed. There are a lot of factors that go on. You have preferred distance. You have that would affect race performance. You have, in my opinion, you have preferred distance, spook factor, buy-in, class as some of the major factors that go into this. And for those of you that are new, we can talk a little bit more about Zetalytics when we get into horse updates. But yes, this update is completely live. Yes, base ability. So CJ brings in base ability, variance, and distance preference. Absolutely. And I think that kind of translates, CJ, into some of the actual... Those are factors in part of the equation that leads into the results, which would be seen on here, if that makes sense. But love to know your thoughts on that. Black Dog Stables asks, before we kind of get into things a little more, what is a good amount of races per day? My rule of thumb is I like to stop when I get around 90, like mid to high 80s is where I like to stop, especially if I'm being like super picky about a horse. I may try and push it if I haven't really done much racing since Flames have come out, to say how far can we push this down and still get flames if I had already been getting flames consistently. So this update is fully live. Anyone who uses this tool, which is completely free, you do not have to register on the site. You do not have to sign up for anything. All you have to do is go to mjinformatics.com, and it will be there. It'll calculate automatically. Sumas says, do horses go through slumps? That is a great question. I have seen cases of horses that do really, really well and then do not so well, that seem to go on a cold streak, but that then seem to come back and normalize. Why that is can be a ton of different reasons. So that can be competition, that can be entry fee, that can be class change. It can be a lot of different factors. Yes, Debo. Everything you see here would be without the noise. Out the noise. So CJ brings up a good point. Fatigue hurts high variance horses more than distance preference horses, depending on strength, because of how it affects the base ability, which distance specialists usually take most of their performance from distance preference. So you can run distance specialists longer than high variance horses, but will have to depend on strength. Yeah, so like to that point that CJ's making in chat right now, it's very... Your average Zed stable owner isn't going to necessarily know much about base ability per se. So like you have to just treat it on a case-by-case basis. And I don't have many horses, but I got a handful, and each one of them is, I found, they're very nuanced differences within the S-curve that is fatigue. Great point, CJ. Global Excursion, thank you for the follow. So yes, so Zetalytics, MJ Informatics, the site is updated with noise removed right now. You could type in your horse's name and it will work without the noise. Thank you for the follow, Cadaver TV. All right, so with that update gone and through, let's do another horse giveaway. This one is from Lady Luck, Lady Stables on Twitter. For this giveaway, it is a... Go ahead and complete that one. It is a Z22 exclusive Buterin filly. And for this giveaway, let's do exclamation point lady in chat. I will tell you when it starts. Oh, we got a black dog with Boort in chat. Let's go. Let's get some more Boorts in chat. Let's get some emotes in chat. Let's get some Billies in chat. Let's get some horns. Let's get some sheeshes. Let's get some pony plug. All right, lady will be another 3-minute giveaway. Z22 exclusive Buterin filly starting now. If you do not get the notification that you have entered, please enter again. You can try as many times as you want, but you are limited to only one entry. Let's go. Let's go. So while we fill this in, exclamation point lady, let's take a minute to look at the lineage of lady, which is pretty awesome. So starting here, Z22 exclusive Buterin filly, unnamed, unraced. Parent is Justice Angel, a Z6 Genesis Finny with a Z16 exclusive Buterin, which has a 13% win rate. Then you have Cappuccino, I'm guessing is how that's pronounced. Looks relatively unraced. Z9 Genesis Buterin, which mated with a Z7 exclusive Finny. That was up in class 4. Didn't look like it raced too much. So relatively unproven. Then you have a Z5 Genesis Finny Mare, Work Ethic, and El Dorado, a Z2 Legendary Nakamoto. So you're going to get some Nakamoto blood in this line, at least going all the way back. And then that is a result of Stunner, a 10% Class 1 winner, Z1 Genesis Nakamoto, and a Object Infinity is Z1 Genesis Nakamoto, racing in Class 2. So this horse could be pretty exciting. We have 98 of you entered in unnamed, unraced, brand new Z22 exclusive Buterin with Finney, Buterin, and Nakamoto blood. Pretty exciting. Again, thank you to Lady Luck, Lady Stables for the horse. This is absolutely incredible. We have a minute left on the giveaway. I want to hear from chat. What color is Champagne Poppy, by the way? What are you going to name this horse if you win it? Got any fun names that you've thought of? Any fun names? Any fun names? We have 40 seconds left. Champagne Problems, gonna be glue. Love those names. I love Champagne Problems. Evermore, that is awesome. Lady of the Lake, love that nowhere. I need to look at the parents. Okay, alright, Spumoni. Alright. Kanye. Lucker Dog, Lucky Poppy, Chupapi. I love it. Burta, I like it. I like it, Lampshade. Kanye Jr. Is Drake available? He's Champagne Poppy. Oh, I love MJ. MJ's Lady. I like it. I like it. I like the MJ names. Lucky Jack named a horse MJ Magic. It's my favorite horse that I don't own. All right, entries are now closed. Poppin' Bobs. Good night, Moon. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. All right, can we get some more hype in chat for the winner? Winner. MJ over 125. Over 125. Holy shit. That is wild. Thank you all so much. This is amazing. Bear down. Let's go. This is amazing. All right, picking the winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Winner is Raw Dog 420. Congratulations, Raw Dog 420. You are the winner of the unnamed, unraced Z22 exclusive Buterin filly, color Champagne Poppy. Love the boards in chat. Raw Dog, are you here? Raw Dog, Raw Dog. I'm getting the timer ready. Is Raw Dog here? Lucky, what's up? Raw Dog is here. All right, I see Raw Dog. Let's go. Shoot me a DM, please, Raw Dog. Shoot me a DM. Twitch, Discord, Twitter, and I will get this horse over to you. You know what? For cracking 125, let's do the next giveaway. Let's just do it right now. Let's rip that Band-Aid off. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. So the next horse we are giving away, the next 331. Wow. The next 3 horses we are giving away are all courtesy of Lucky Jack, Lucky Jackamoto. Been in the Zed game since the beginning. OG, tons of horses, an extremely generous guy. So much fun. Had him on Inside Zed with my partner Golden Glow. It's our Sunday night stream, been called the 60 Minutes of Zed. It's our interview show. It is an absolute blast, but also courtesy of Pony Plug, who does amazing things with tournaments, overall content, great streams, and they donate to children's hospitals through Extra Life, and they are currently in 3rd place. We need to get that up. Let's get that up. Let's get that to 2nd. Let's get that to 1st. Let's keep pushing. They are doing an amazing job. 3rd place. This is the homepage. Pony Plug Zed Run Stream is on the homepage. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So go ahead and give them a follow as well. I'll throw this in chat again if I didn't. So the first horse that we are going to give away from Lucky Jack and Pony Plug is Butte Jack Mint. And for this, Mikey Diamonds, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. For this, we are going to do, because this is a Z21 exclusive. Baggio, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We are going to enter this, I need you to type !Lucky 21. I will tell you when to start. Do not start yet. I just put an example in chat. All right, Lucky 21. Perfect. All right, we are going to start this giveaway. It'll be another 3-minute giveaway. Starting now. And again, if you do not see the confirmation that you are entered, LJM Racing Zed Run, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. If you do not see or receive a note that you entered in, yes, exclamation point lucky 21, please do so again. Entries are capped to one per person, so you can submit that as many times as you want. It's only going to count once. It might have to be all caps. Might have to be all caps. So this is a Sir Aquamarine Z21 exclusive Buterin Colt, unraced. Name is Butte Jack Mint. Love the name for the color. Um, Absolutely awesome. Beautiful horse. Let's go ahead and check out this horse's lineage. All right, so we have the Z21 exclusive Buterin Colt. We have a Gainsborough. Wow. Genesis Buterin Colt. Then you have a Z11 Legendary Buterin Mare, Class 3, 13% winner in Ocean, which is awesome. You have a then Z1 Genesis Nakamoto Stallion and a Z10 Genesis Buterin. So you get Buterin and Nakamoto. So this is right here is unraced coin thrill. 13% win. So yeah, this is very, very exciting right here. Need to grab that coat, and Nevine says, need to grab that coat. Absolutely. Absolutely. 136 people in here. This is absolutely wild. I can't believe you all. This is insane. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you all for being here. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, we have a minute left on the timer. If you have not entered, please do so now. You have 1 minute left on the timer. Again, you can enter as many times as you would like. It's only going to count once. So if you want to be extra sure, go ahead and spam it a few times. Super, super exciting. I believe that, yeah, that's a rare coat. Z21 exclusive Buterin. Super, super exciting. Doles with the Boort in chat. Doles with the Boort. Big shout out again to Pony Plug and Lucky Jack. Absolutely huge. Extremely generous of them. Extremely generous of them. Very, very, very exciting. Very, very, very cool. We have 20 seconds left on the giveaway. 20 seconds left on the giveaway. Golden Glow with the Boort chat. Love it, love it, love it. Golden Glow is my partner. Again, Sunday night stream Inside Zed on the Zed News Network. Zed Run Podcast says, "What's with the Boorts?" it's a thing. It's just a little saying, little inside joke with some friends of mine. It's a long story. All right, and it is closed with 110 entrants. Are we ready to pick the winner? Z21 exclusive Buterin Colt, unraced, Butte Jack Mint. Picking the winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jordan 2435. Jordan 2435. Are you in chat? Are you here? Congrats to Jordan. Jordan. Are you here? Jordan is here. Let's go, Jordan. You know the drill, I hope. Send me a DM of your wallet, Twitch, Discord, or Twitter, and I will get you Butte Jack Mint. Congratulations. Those of you that have won tonight, do you have any horses in your stable, or new stable, existing stable? It's okay if you already have horses. Doesn't disqualify you from winning. Just got into Zed Run, so excited. That's incredible. That makes my night. Thank you. That's incredible. That is incredible. Awesome. All right. All right, so we've gone through that one. You know what? We're on a roll right now. Stable's empty. We need to fill some stables. Let's do the next horse right now. Let's knock it out right now. We're at 139 viewers. Let's go. Next horse, Butte Jack Atomic. Zed Santa, thanks, Lucky. Appreciate it. Everything tonight was donated. So, everything tonight was donated. Just very, very generous community. No, this is not the last one. We will be saving. We got one more after this, which will be the Nakamoto exclusive Z5. So this is the second to last one. Atomic Tangerine Z16 Legendary Colt. Let me get this set up here. And for this one, all right, to enter, we will type Lucky 16 in chat. You do not have to do it now. MJ off the rails is what I'm going to call it, G7. Lucky 16 in chat. Lucky 16 in chat. I'll tell you when to start. Not yet, not yet, not yet. All right, that is saved. Lucky 16. Here we go. It is started. It has started. Go ahead, just spam it. Just spam it. Just keep going. Just don't stop. You can only enter once anyways. Just keep going. Just keep going. All right, Lucky 1988 is in here. Beamy's in here. Amy Bitcoin is in here. Good Boy. Solar. Snoop. Old Soggy Dog. I don't know why I want to call that Snoop Doggy Dog. Local Boy. G7. There we go. Filling up quick. Filling up quick. We're at 75 entrants already. Keep it going. Keep the hype going. 140 viewers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's check out this lineage. Let's check out this lineage. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Pretty simple, because it's a legendary. So Z16 legendary. You have a Z10 Genesis Buterin mare, class 4, 7% winner, and you have a unraced class 0 Z6 Genesis Finny Colt. Looks like it was an attempt from a Peach Puff Supercoat into Atomic Tangerine. So yes, Lucky may have to be capitalized. Again, if you don't see that you are entered, just spam it. You can only enter once, so no matter how many times you type it, it does not matter. Just keep going, keep going. Queen Shan, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Look, I've got my Atomic Tangerine drink here in honor of the horse. Again, thank you to Lucky Jack and Pony Plug. Deco Diva 420, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome. Randy, Trevor, Corey, Leahy. Did I get all those names right? Looks like I did. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate having you here. There you go. Lucky 16. We have 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Giraffe Man 3333. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. 141 viewers. Absolutely insane. You all are amazing. I appreciate you all so much. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. You're new to this, welcome. You're in the right place. Happy to help. Happy to help. We have 48 seconds left on this giveaway for this horse. Let's take a look. Let's get a full 3D view here of this horse, Atomic Tangerine. Look at it. Look at the tail wag. Look at the tail bounce. Kerwaffle, thank you. Look at that tail wag. Strong looking horse. Love that color. That is a awesome color. I need to get an Atomic Tangerine coat. Absolutely do. We have 22 seconds left on the giveaway. Exclamation point Lucky 16. Ooh, I love it. I love Tangerine Boss. That would be an awesome horse name for Atomic Tangerine. May have to be capitalized. May have to be capitalized. Mustard Tiger. I love that name too. 5 seconds. All right, and it is closed. Tangerine Dream. Ooh, I love that name. You guys are killing it with the name game tonight. All right, so this one is already named, but it's got an awesome name, Butejack Atomic. Are we ready to pick our winner? 114 entries. Tangerine Speedo, love it. Let's go. I love it. All right, it's beautiful color in my stable. Yeah, me too. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get me quickly. Are you here? Get me quickly. Get me quickly. Are you in here? Color makes me hungry, Bojack says. Me too. Get me quickly is here. Congratulations. Get me quickly. Let's go. Get me quickly. Do you have any horses in your stable? New stable, existing stable. Doesn't matter either way. You still won. But do you have any new horses in your, or any horses in your stable? Do not. No horses. Let's go. Huge, huge, huge. Huge. All right, so To message me, shoot me a DM of your wallet address. This goes for any winner. You can send a whisper message or like a private message on Twitch. You can reach out to me on Discord or on Twitter as well. There's my Discord handle for those of you that need it, as well as my Twitter account. Let me just update this. We will take a little break before we get to the final giveaway. We're still here though. Want to take a minute. Another big part of my streams, for those of you that are new, is a horse evaluation. So I want to take just a minute with kind of the new noise reduction. Those of you that have horses, maybe you're struggling with, maybe you want to learn more about. More than happy to help. Throw the name of the horse in chat. I will try and get to a handful, but we will be doing a we still have one more giveaway. For those of you that are here, just came in, timing wise didn't work out, we will have one more giveaway coming soon. And that giveaway is, again, courtesy of Lucky Jack and Pony Plug. Jackrabbit, awesome name, a Z5 exclusive Colt Nakamoto. One single race. One single race. All right, so let's take a minute here. Let's go over some horses. Looks like Beefy Vibes may be a horse to look at. Pausing chat for a minute just so I can stick on this. Just give the page a quick refresh. So for those of you that are new, this is my website, mjinformatics.com. And this tool will automatically pop up when you visit it. It's called Zetalytics, and it basically, the whole purpose of the tool is to get more information about your horse and how your horse is performing, and then hopefully you can in turn race your horse better. So if we start with Beefy Vibes, so all I have to do is just type in the name of the horse. Now it won't. There's about a 24, 36 hour lag time, so super recent races won't be in here because I have to manually put this in. But so with Beefy Vibes, now by default on this tool, a few things I want to point out. One, you're going to see that the race type Flux. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. By default, the race type is going to be switched to paid, just to eliminate some of that. In a way, for lack of a better word, noise of free races. Sproul21, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then the class, the Griffin, is also cut out of this as well. Here you have a date filter, and here you can see the amount of races per day averaged out. So looking at this, here you have your distances, and they aren't sorted by distance. They're sorted by a preference calculation, which doesn't necessarily mean that the top one listed is your best absolute distance. No, it's a guide. It's a start of maybe somewhere. Cro-Magno Man, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Of where you should be kind of racing your horse. So I see right now mostly racing what looks like to be class 4, especially for paid. You're getting some fire. Odds, so you have some newer races here because odds are emptying. So if those of you who are new to Zed, before we had fire, we had odds, which were an indicator of a likelihood of finishing first, not guaranteed. But it was kind of a barometer that we would use to look at, evaluate horses. Average fee is important. One, for looking at how you're racing the horse, as well as if you're looking to evaluate to buy a horse. Are they entering in too high of a fee and performing really poorly versus in other distances it's a lower fee and they can maybe perform a little better because the competition would be better. So something to kind of consider and think about. Then you have your win rate. And this is the part that I think is really important, is looking at your finished distribution. So 1 through 3, 4 through 8, and 9 through 12. The reason why it's broken down that way is 1 through 3 gets you, well, points and also money. 4 through 8, fourth will get you a pity point, so point goes to your class. The more points you have, the more you move up in class, the more difficult racing becomes. And the also arguably more prestigious racing becomes. And then 9 through 12, you actually lose points. So a part of the game is that once you can identify a place where you can race well, is to manage your class of your horse. So then you can theoretically optimize your profitability. So I see 20% first through third, awesome. 40%, 25%, very, very cool. No wins here yet, so it's a little get to go Mario. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. So this average points column is exactly what I was talking about. It's looking at the amount of points you get per race. So is a distance going to maybe shoot you up in class, or be more likely to shoot you up in class, or be more likely to bring you down in class? And then here's your average speed, again adjusted. And then this is versus Z is how your speed in kilometers, good buoy, thank you for the follow, compares to Z as a whole, and then your standard deviation and how that compares to Z as a whole. For those of you that may not be familiar, standard deviation, think of it as just like the width of your finish times. So is it a very wide standard deviation? You finish really fast, you finish really slow, or is it a pretty small one? You're pretty consistently within a few speeds. So looking at this, I would recommend. So first thing is you don't have many distances erased. So maybe if you have the funds to do so, maybe expand that out a little bit just so you can fully understand the horse. You've got a 1600, which is kind of in the middle. You've got 1000, which is the shortest distance, and then you've got a 2000 and a 22. What I'm seeing here is you've got some higher entry fees at 0.002 ETH, 0.003 ETH. You've got, profit is there. Okay, because of, your 4 through 8 finishes would cancel that out despite finishing pretty well. So looking at this, you're not profitable yet, but you have a chance to be, possibly. You're getting pretty good performance numbers. I would consider looking at 2000 and 1600. So let's see when we scroll down and look at the actual speed, the charts itself, here's the average. Most of your times at 1600 are faster, which seems to align, and this isn't always perfect, but you've got one a little below, you've got a handful that are on, and then faster. Again, shows first through third and 4 through 8. And then 2000, you've got pretty much the same kind of thing going on here. You've got this a little bit at 2200. I wouldn't totally rule that out. In all these distances, you are running faster than Z. One thing I would maybe consider is, just because you aren't profitable, at least in the short term, to get more races under your belt, drop your entry fee slightly. I don't know if this was offset by one big race or a handful of consistent races, but I would drop it slightly. Judging by the amount of races you have, I would guess it would be fairly consistent. See how this distribution plays out. See kind of, you get a better idea of your performance, and then start to slowly increment up a little bit. But honestly, I like all three of these. You need a few more races, though. The one thing I don't love about 2000 is you're at 80% here, but you do have a win. Your 1 first through third is a win. I like 1600 the most because you're 40% in the money versus the other two. So if you want to maybe start, let's try 1600. None of this is financial advice, but I really don't think you can go wrong with any one of these distances. Maybe cut entry fee a little bit if you really, really, really want to try and dial it in and focus. Get cash, get money. I'm assuming that's the name of a horse. Sorry, Chad. I am a little far behind here. That horse was Beefy Vibes, CJ. The next one is Get Cash, Get Money. 306 races. Wow. So this horse is very well raced across a variety of distances. Good amount of races in these top few. So just looking at, we'll jump over here to kind of win rate. You see 9, 10.5, 7, 6.5. But then let's look at like profitability as well. And a few things kind of stick out to me here. I would start when you have these numbers that are so similar, 30, 36, 35, 33, 35, 32. I would err on the side of speed, and I would err on the side of profit. So when you have a horse with a lot of races and performance is kind of ironed out a little bit, that's where I would go. And if you notice, so yeah, I would go where the profit has been, especially with this many races. So I would maybe focus on 24. And when you have a horse with a lot of races, these arrow charts become really interesting because now you have some like color density and you have um, some more not depth but like consistency, some banding in the colors. That's a better way of putting it. So like for example, if we look at 2400, you can see that these races back here, that's pretty light, but you've got a pretty solid band and it's very consistent going across. Whereas in distance without many races, it's obviously not as thick. In some of the better horses, what I'm seeing is that that band will expand out, meaning could be a sign of you, could be a sign of just a wider standard deviation, and then also just quality and consistency. So if you can get good banding from a really good horse, that's usually, not always, a good sign. I like 2400 just because that's where the money seems to be right now. It's your highest, second highest technically, but you have more races, significantly more races here, first through third. So your best chance of being at the money. I mean, that is also kind of high, but definitely an up button at 0.54 points. If you want to look at class management, maybe consider it's not many races, but 1,000. And again, looking at the speed, you can see there are a lot, and I'll just kind of mouse over them. A lot of arrows behind there. If I missed your horse, please circle back. Looks like just checking up on chat quick, make sure there are any questions. A lot of horses, and if I do not get to your horses tonight on stream, I'm looking to maybe do some pop-up streams where we can go over horse evaluations, but also looking at shoot me a DM on, pop-up streams. Sorry, I was just trying to read through chat. Pop-up streams to do horse evaluations, but also shoot me a DM. Twitter, Discord are probably the two best places to do so. Definitely check me out there. Shoot me a DM. Let me know your horse name. If I have time, I'll be more than happy to get to it. Zoo Andy says, everyone, I highly recommend you watch Naruto Racing streams because they are the master of MJ's tool, and they're insanely fast at saying what you're doing right and wrong, and hilarious. Yes, they are awesome. I think they are the best users of my tool outside of myself. They do an excellent job with it, and they've had tremendous success with it as well. I'm not financial advice. Not everyone will have success, but it's they are absolutely killing it. Yes, there's one more giveaway left. Not specific commentary on any horse here, but one thing really interesting about Fire is that it gave away more straightforward insight on where you should be running your horse. Interesting point, CJ. I would tend to agree. And one thing that I notice about Fire is that if you can get Fire consistently across at one distance or multiple distances across classes, that's a very good sign of a very strong performing horse. Slick Soup says, what do the 2 versus Z mean? So this is taking your speed and it's comparing it to the average or to the population of Z. So negative means that you are running slower. Positive means you are running faster. Standard deviation, is it wider or narrower standard deviation? Just wanted to get through these quick. Get through those questions. Scroll back up, go through chat. Let's see what we have. A lot of people in here. Sniper Wolf says, I love Pony Plug. Me too. Let's look at Dubai Escapade. And again, we're looking at paid races, classes 1 through 5. You can also drill down by using these sliders. So we have 118 races. So it looks like most of this is happening in Class 2. We can drill down just by moving the slider, look at Class 1 and Class 2, and it will update all of this for you. So all of these things you can click on. You can click on a distance to isolate it. If you click on a filter and it looks like you're stuck on it, just click on the same filter again and it will click off. So we have 56 races here between Class 1 and Class 2. Looks like predominantly Class 2 based off of that class average. We're getting some pretty high fire. That'd be interesting to look at as fire across classes for this horse. So profitability is down though, but fee is a little high. Win. Okay, so your wins have been here at 11 races. Doesn't look too great. Let's expand out. Let's add class 3 back in. Again, just trying to illustrate the example of what this looks like. And if we look at here, here's class 3. We have 95% fire at 22. Then that drops to an 81, almost 82%. Then here you can see still prominent, but lower. But 33 and 45 isn't bad. If we look at this now, wow. Okay, so 2200. If you can be in class 3, depending on what class this horse is in right now, you've got great profitability, great win rate, great first through third, which is higher than 4 through 8, 9 through 12. However, this looks like a pretty solid up button because you're getting 1.34 points on average per race. You're getting 1.5 here. This is huge. Look at this, 50%. Not as many races, and not as high of a win rate. And this 4 through 8 is also really high, which I don't love. So, for example, like at face value, these may look similar, but you've got more races here, and the 4 through 8 where you don't get any points, you'd get point and fourth. You don't get any money. You're just kind of in purgatory. It really doesn't serve you. So we want to look for a middle number or low number in this middle column of 4 through 8. So that's why I'm liking what looks like to be 2200. I look down here, you can see it's actually pretty tight. You've got a handful that are pretty on but close, and you've got a handful behind as well at 2200. And again, you've got some awesome fire. So I think class 3, if you do class 3 2200, I think would be awesome for this horse. Average race is 4.25 a day. Might be a little high. You might be, check your fatigue. Check your fatigue. Yes, we still have one more giveaway left. Oh, Horses Wabbit. That was in chat earlier. I thought we were just talking about the name Jackrabbit. Sorry about that. That's life, baby. All right. So I can't believe how many people are in here. This is just absolutely blowing my mind. All right. So Wabbit, 2.25 races per day. So it shouldn't be too affected by fatigue. 27 races. Immediately profitability standing out here. 33% win, 66, 22, 11. Well, that's a killer up button at 2200. And just look at this. There's one that's barely offset behind it, and look how many are out in front. And if we look at this, 2200, 100% in class 5, 57% in class 4. And it looks like you're mostly racing that in class 4. So yeah, maybe check out your class management because you've got two what looks like up buttons here. Be very, very careful and selective with that. That could really potentially help your profitability. Scrolling through. If I miss your horse, I am so sorry. Get cash, get money. I see. And we will do our next giveaway very, very shortly. All right, get cash, get money. 306 races. Wow. So this has, you can see, like 9.87 races per day. That's a lot. So you would think, hey, fatigue is definitely affecting this. So let's I mean, just to kind of show, let's move that chart forward a little bit and see kind of where around the time of fatigue, how has that races per day, look at that, down to 2.57. So they're definitely taking fatigue into account. All you have to do is move the slider over, see how that number updates, and it will give you a much clearer picture into how the horse is actually running. And you can see everything all of this updates, all of this updates, like everything goes through. So let's go ahead, let's slide that back out just for the sake of a more holistic look at your horse. All right, so and again, it can be, if you're racing across multiple classes, it is very important to drill down into your class. And if you don't have many races in your class, then maybe go at your class and then the class down from that until you can get a better sample size that you feel you can take some action off of. So again, pretty straightforward here. 2,400, 10% winner, which is the highest. 36 first through third, which isn't the highest, but you've got 76 races versus 8. 0.54, awesome. Looks like you have some down buttons potentially here at 12 and 1,000. Let's look at 2,400 below. Look at how just deep and dense this color is right here. Yes, there's a lot at 2,200s because we have a lot of races, but it's not nearly as dense of a color looking above the triangle. So really like that. 2,400. Let's look at the fire. 61.9%, and it drops down at 21.74 and 11.11. So again, you have some consistency. But yeah, you've got some profitability there. You're performing there. But again, with this many races, try and match it to your class. Try and match it to your class. Let's look at Evermore Gold Rush. After this, we will go to our next and final giveaway of the evening. So those of you who are watching, get ready to enter final giveaway of the evening. So this horse only has 8 races. So just want to, again, reiterate the fact that there's about a 24-36 hour delay. So if you did any racing today, maybe end of the day yesterday, it may not be in here yet. It will be in the next day. Also keep in mind this is paid, and this is looking... So Griffey's automatically eliminated. Any free races you may have entered are automatically eliminated to try and give a clearer picture of your horse. So looks like this horse raced within a very tight time frame. So I would say this horse could be affected by fatigue on some level. If you look at these finishes overall, 75% are 9 through 12. So Evermore, I would be wary of fatigue. And you just look at these finish times, they are significantly behind. So it makes it much harder to evaluate properly with so few races. And we can see within a very tight, within a very small window of time, that it may not be true of performance. In fact, to the point where I would even pump the brakes on this. Let's get performance ironed out a little more before really moving forward with it. I would circle back, let it fully get to full stamina, and then continue racing. Maybe rehit some of these distances that you did. Yes, there's one giveaway horse available. What up, Chicago Stables in the house? New streamer. Chicago Stables was on last night, did an awesome stream talking about horse evaluations, just a little bit about his story. A lot of fun, super, super cool guy. It was a great stream last night. Definitely go check him out. Look him up, Chicago Stables on Twitter for sure. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot, man. So happy you're here. Really, really cool. CJ also does a stream as well with Duest. They're very much into data. Very, very smart guys. Definitely check them out. I think they're going to be on tonight. I don't know if you're still in here, CJ, but definitely go check them out. Yes, so speed is kilometers per hour. Yep, so not looking at finish times, not looking at meters per second, we're looking at kilometers per hour. I just think that the data looks a lot cleaner, and it's easier for me personally to process, time going up, and to see like, hey, 1,000 is run significantly faster instead of like time-wise it's faster. For me mentally, it just makes more sense. Aroused. Oh, not tonight. Got hammered by Ward. No, going to be doing something on the weekend. Sorry about that, CJ. Sorry about that, man. Then we may go a little bit longer. So before we do the giveaway, which we'll get to soon, we got a question in chat from Aroused Mailbox. What a name. What a name. Um, I don't even want to know. But what is the difference between Zetalytics and Z-File? So Zetalytics is used to look at race performance. Z-File was created to do horse evaluations. And to basically, like, I grew up collecting sports cards. And, you turn the card over and you see all of the stats of the player, right-handed, batting average, position, all that information. I wanted to create a sports card, like back, if you will, for Zed in a way of evaluating horses. And kind of the use case for that was basically if you're looking to buy two horses that are similar breed, blood, genotype, but different cost. So maybe one was zero point 0.1 ETH, maybe one was 0.15 ETH, as a way for you to look at what are the differences between them and kind of what stands out to you. You can't do a direct comparison here. You'd have to do like two tabs for it. And this is a direct port from the old version of the website with Fire added down here, replacing where odds was. But I'll throw in my horse Gold War as an example. Basically to say, is this horse worth considering? When you go to other sites, you kind of get that, how often are they winning, fire rate, odds. This I wanted to be, just extremely comprehensive, deep dive view into your horse. And so how this is used is, so I typed in my horse Gold War up here. I now see the name, the gender, so it's a colt, Z13, breed type of elite, bloodline of Buterin, color goldenrod, that is a rare color. It is not a super coat. Then the birthday of the horse could be useful for breeding information. The average class where the horse races, the average fee that the horse races at, the number of races, the average points per race throughout, the average speed, the races per day, and the win rate of the horse. Yes, it is. Ryan Temple asks, hey, is the average, so going back to Zetalytics, just kind of circling back quick, the verse Z is against the average across all classes. Yes, it is. Thank you, Endale, for clarifying that. So here's kind of here's all your high level information about the horse. Then this area down here, which I'm working on the UI, I'm going to add some new features to this. No, Endale, you're absolutely right. I'm going to add some new features to this and expand it out eventually. But here's kind of your distribution of free versus paid. So we ran some free races in Class 1 and in Class 2. In paid races, it mostly in Class 2, some Class 3, some Class 4, very few in Class 5, very few in Class 1. So you can kind of get an idea of okay, where is it racing? Is it racing free? Is it racing paid? How is that affecting things? And then here's your speed chart down here. So it looks like we've got 2,000, maybe 22, maybe 24. Looks like the most races. You're getting some in front, you're getting some behind. It's not a super solid color band, but you've got the breadth, the width of the band in place. And then here again, we talked about looking at fire at a distance across classes being important. This will allow you to see that in a very condensed way. So if we look at, for example, at 2400, see it's 100% class 5, 100% in class 4, 100% in class 3, 88% in class 2, 50% in class 1. So hey, 2200 looks solid. Here, this place chart looks at what is the average position of your horse versus all of Z. So Z average is 6.5. So are you above or below that average? If you're above, it's going to be red. If you're going to be at, it's going to be gray. And if you're below, it's going to be green. So, and you can mouse over and see, so at 2400, I'm averaging 4.97. Now, keep in mind that just because you average super low, that could be a sign, but that could be a strong up button. But if you're averaging somewhere in the middle, that's not necessarily a bad sign, per se. These are my two favorite charts down here. You have again, looking at that Z average from the previous um, Zetalytics, this is just how do you deviate from that? Are you faster or are you slower? So you have your 0 right here in the middle is this line. So at 1200 is faster, 2200 is faster, 2400 faster. And if you notice now the deviation is wider. So this is it a narrower or wider deviation? Wider at 2400. So if I'm looking to evaluate this horse Gold War, I see, okay, it's cold Z13. I like that genotype elite. Okay, that's fine. Buterin, cool. Looks like it might be up for breeding because it's a colt, possibly. Looks like a pretty strong racer. 16 win rate, average class 2.7. Okay, I see some free and some paid races. I'm seeing, good distribution here. I'm seeing some solid color above the white. All good signs. I'm seeing fire at a distance across classes. Another good sign. I'm seeing some average-ish and below average places. Cool. And then I'm seeing, okay, wow, 2400's running fast. 2400, great deviation. So I would likely think then at this is a strong racer. It can race at 2400. It maybe can race at 2000 and 2200. I may check this out. I may look into this further. I may consider purchasing this horse. All right, so that's an overview of Z-File. It is dated slightly, in my opinion. There's some new features I want to add to it. It does not have the updated speed arrow chart in it yet. That will be coming soon. Yeah, this is a lot. This is jam-packed. So look for this update will be coming soon. I will announce it on Twitter when that happens. So I believe this is using the old arrow chart. So look for this to be much more condensed, which would probably result in a deeper color, being more indicative of the actual horse's performance on here. So yeah, this is your deep dive into a Z horse if you are looking to do it. So if I was looking for another maybe Z13 Elite Buterin Colt and it was cheaper or more expensive than Gold War, I could kind of go in my head, wow, maybe I would take a chance on Gold War versus not. I have seen some questions about fire being tied into ROI, and we're going to get to the giveaway soon. We are at 153 viewers. Oh my gosh. So yes, Z-File's the name of this. Definitely check it out. So question about fire being tied to ROI. There's so many variations. So a lot of the horses that I evaluate and look at on stream, I'll just say I'm not a fan of fire. And the reason why is because the horses that I evaluate, there aren't many races for those horses. There may be fatigue, maybe have more of an effect on it because they're potentially newer horses with not as many races, and the owner may be eager to run them. So for that reason, I'm not a big fan of fire. Can fire tell you something? I think so. But I've seen horses, especially in the kind of, we'll call it short to midterm, that have been profitable, that are good winners, that don't have a lot of flames. And I've seen the opposite happen, where you have a ton of flames, but you can't win. So, and CJ goes, I love fire. Yes. So I think fire has a purpose. And I think you hit it spot on in that it's not as useful. I mean, if you have a horse that has fire from the get-go, and you can go after it, absolutely do. But you need time, you need money, you need investment. So CJ, your comment about seems unlikely that a horse would be profitable if he can't get fire over long term. I 100% agree. I 100% agree with you there. And when you're looking at a larger sample size of races, I think fire comes more into play and is more indicative of actual performance. But when you're dealing with newer, younger horses, you can't always go after fire. And so that's something to keep in mind. East Coast Stables, appreciate it. Welcome. East Coast Stables says U-shaped horses do not have strong fire rate. Most sub 50. I've seen that too. I've also seen some horses with super strong fire rate. First to third. So Zedrun Podcast says fire is a bigger indicator of first through third rather than just winning. Absolutely. Yes, XYZ Run is CJ's Twitch. Yeah, so I think fire has its place, but when you're looking at newer, younger horses, you can't rely solely on fire. Odds were a much stronger indicator. I'm not saying I don't want. Uh, I'm not anti-fire, and it definitely can tell you something, but I think it has a place. Um, Definitely has a place. Owner of Noobs, thank you for the follow. New followers, everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's give away our last horse. Let's give away our last horse. Rough and Ready, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, this final horse we're giving away is so CJ. I'd like to get your thoughts on what I just said there about fire. Be really curious to see it. Yeah, CJ is incredibly intelligent, great guy. They have a great stream. Definitely go check it out, for sure. All right, final horse we are giving away is Jackrabbit Nakamoto Z5 exclusive colt. And let me just get this set up here quickly. And to enter this, again, courtesy of Lucky Jack and the Pony Plug. To enter this, all you have to do is type in Lucky 5. Lucky, exclamation point, Lucky 5. I'll tell you when to start. Not yet, not yet, not yet. All right, 3-minute timer for those of you that are in here. Starting now. Exclamation point, Lucky, Lucky, number 5, right after it. Go, 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 go. CJ says, main difference between fire and odds for me is that it doesn't give you relative baseline for your horse's actual strength, whereas fire gives you a much better indication of what distances you should be running and how likely you are to finish in top 3. Completely agree with that. The asterisk on that for me is that if you have a horse that's primarily racing in a lower class and that isn't a super strong racer, the fire is not going to be as indicative or as strong on that horse for performance. Lucky 5, I see the Lucky 5s. Might have to be all caps, might have to be all caps. Go ahead and spam the entries. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Streamlabs isn't giving... Okay, yeah, so we're not getting a reply. We're not getting a reply. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Are people getting replies? Are people getting replies? Not working. Okay, not working. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's hold it up. Let's hold it up. Yeah, I'm not seeing the entries in here. We're going to close. We're going to close the entries. We are going to close the entries. We're going to go back. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. We're good, we're good, we're good. All right. Okay, so let's remove that. Let's remove that. Hold on on the Lucky 5s. Hold on the Lucky 5s. All right, that is saved. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. Conversation's great, conversation's great. I think you have to look in horses in different categories now with fire. More so. You really have to look at the distinction between class and type more so, and I think fire creates a little bit more of that divide. All right, let's try now. Exclamation point Lucky 5. Let's see if it's going through. Faded, thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't look like it's going. It is going on my screen. There we go, there we go. It's going. We're getting him in now. We're getting him in. We are getting them in. Evermore. Martin, FPS Leo, Ryan Temple, Co-Train, Darkside. Good boy, good boy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 85 entrants so far, 86. We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Let's check out this horse's lineage. Let's check this horse's lineage out. So Jackrabbit right here, Z5 exclusive Nakamoto, courtesy of Lucky Jack and Pony Plug. We've got on one side here, we've got the Blue Comet. And then we've got Horizon Dawn, Class 1, 11.81, 2.4 win. And an Unraced Ruckus, another Z1 Genesis knock to make a Z2 Genesis knock. And the other side you have triple A, Z1 Genesis knock, and a Game's Greatest, a Class 2 Genesis knock. Created a Z3 Wizro, 6.25% winner. Again, attempted Supercode, it looks like, from Electric Violet, with the infamous Suave Mauve color that everyone loves. You can not enter more than once. It is one entry. So you can type it in as many times as you want, but it's only going to give you one entry. Good question. Again, to make Jackrabbit a Z5 exclusive. I can't imagine there are a ton of Z5 exclusives out there. And it is a Colt Class 4. Definitely check it out. We've got under a minute left on this. We have 45 seconds. 45 seconds. This is just a great looking horse. Awesome lineage. Nakamoto through and through. What is the chance of a Supercode? I don't know. I know it's not high. You have a very low chance of that. Very low chance of that. We have 25 seconds. Last giveaway of the night. Might have to be all caps. Make sure you get your entries in. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Who is going to take home the Z5 exclusive Nakamoto Jackrabbit? All right, good luck, everyone. Final giveaway of the evening. 157 viewers. 157 viewers. Here we go. Let's get some hype in the chat. Let's get some emotes in there. Let's get some boorts in chat. Giveaway happening in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lampshaded 17. Lampshaded 17 won a horse the other night on stream. Takes home the Z5. Are you here, Lampshaded 17? Lampshaded, are you here? Newer stable. Definitely newer stable. Lampshaded, are you here? Lampshaded is here. Lampshaded 17, you are the winner. Congratulations. Congratulations. 120 entrants. Congratulations, Lampshaded 17. Please reach out. Absolutely fantastic. So happy for you. Congratulations. Shoot me a DM on Twitter, Discord, or Twitch. Those of you who won tonight need my socials. There you go. Yeah, seriously. Second win on my stream. That is absolutely wild. Congratulations, Lampshaded. Congratulations. So that's 164 people. Absolutely amazing. We've got time for a few more horse evaluations. If you would like to do that, go ahead and throw a horse name in chat. I won't be able to get to all of them tonight. Unfortunately, there's just too many people in here. K7 says 2 weeks in a row. Sus. Flame Ranger, I see. Flame Ranger. So again, big shout out to Lucky Jack and Pony Plug for their donations tonight. Big shout out to Tad for the donation tonight. Big shout out to Lady Luck for the donation tonight. Really appreciate it. Flame Ranger. Let's check out Flame Ranger. So just switching back over to Zetalytics. Rouse Mailbox, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Flame Ranger. Let's get it. All right, Flame Ranger. Give it a second to load in. Sir Harley, thank you for the follow. All right, so we have 72 races. Okay, so it looks like we've got some in 5, 4, and 3. And again, we're looking at flame consistency, So just taking a different approach to the evaluation. Flame consistency at a distance across classes. 14, 16, 18. I see 16, 18, 2000. And I see some 18, 2000, some 24. Wow. Okay. So it could just be at that point that don't have as many races. The sample size isn't as large, but it's looking like some consistency there. When we scroll up, let's take a look at profitability. 2000 is jumping out. It's the top one here. 24 races. 4.23 races per day, but you have some odds data in here, so I'm assuming that's going to be a little lower now. So probably racing well with fatigue. Again, use this races per day to help determine, are you running your horse fatigued or not? How many races are you really doing per day, or within kind of that time frame in which fatigue could really take an effect on your performance? Definitely something really important to consider. 16% win, 29% here. I don't love the 50% 4 through 8, but still definitely an up button. Looks like the majority of your first through third finishes are dubs, so that's huge. You know, something just at first glance that jumps out is this 1600, 33% win rate, but you only have 3 races there, so definitely not as big of a sample size, but interesting to say the least, because your speed is incredibly fast there. You've also got some good speed at 2200, also some profit, really high first through third, which is great, but you're not winning as much. So looking at this, I love 2000, I love 22. You've got some flames at both distances across class 4, class 3, even a little bit in class 2. Looking at the 2022, you've got some behind, but you've got a lot in front. I mean, look how much farther out that is. That's almost 1 kilometer per hour faster than the average, so that's fantastic. At 2200, you've got some solid banding there as well, and again, pretty tight behind, which again looks to be, when you don't have a lot behind the white triangle, it's usually the indicator of an up button or getting a lot of class points. You can see that here. Especially over a good amount of races, 1.24 and 6.7. Yes, there are more class points here, but you don't have nearly as many races. Not as good of an indicator. A down button, though, that scares me because I'm not seeing a lot of good things there. 1800, I don't love because it's equal here. You don't have a lot of races. You only have 3 races at 1,000, but I love that you're 66% 9 through 12. So if you want to try and do some class management, maybe race a few more times at 1,000. That would be your best place to go, but you really don't have many races there. So I love 2000. I love 22. Who the F is Alice? Is that? Please tell me that's the name of a horse. It is. Wow. What a name. Who is Alice? Does anyone know who Alice is? McLovin, thank you for the compliment. Not a bad person to stock your stable. It's not coming. This isn't coming from me. Last week was. This week is again Lucky Jack, Pony Plug, and Lady Luck. All right. So who the F is Alice? Okay, so profit is thin here, but okay, you're getting your only wins so far. Not many races, so just want to point that out. 4 races per day. You're racing in a time of odds, so I would think that went down. Again, we can just adjust this slider to see what that would look like. So let's kind of pop that up a little bit and see what that looks like. So it was at 4. So just to give an idea. So looking at the win rate, so we got 14% win, 28 first through third. I don't love how high your 4 through 8 is at 2000, and you can again kind of see it with some of this noise reduced and removed. There is a much tighter, not 100%, but a much tighter relationship between your actual finish distribution and where these triangles are. Especially compared to the previous version of Zetalytics. It's just much more aligned. Thunderbird Stables, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. So you've got 33 here, but you're also 50% here. Much more of an up button. I like this because you're actually getting wins, and you've actually got some profitability. You're still very young in terms of number of races. You are running it slightly faster. at a tighter deviation, I would explore 2000, give it 3-4 races, see if the distribution holds up, and then reevaluate at that point. Again, none of this is financial advice, for entertainment purposes only, and no results are guaranteed. Midnight Stallion, Fred says. Get a few more of these evaluations in before I go ahead and log off. Can't believe how many people are in here tonight. I think we cracked 160. That's just absolutely wild. Thanks for coming in, CJ. Great feedback. Great conversation. So Midnight Stallion is not coming in. So that could be for a few reasons. One, let's switch the filter over on race type to all. And let's bring that over. So I'm guessing this is very new. And again, for those of you that are new to the stream, if you have a super new horse, expect 24, 36, maybe even 48 hours before seeing the actual horse data populate in here. Champagne Sizzler. So we'll switch that back, class 1 to 5, we'll switch that back to paid. Again, I'm removing the Griffin and I'm removing the free races because the performance is just different and there are so many other variables. There's so much more noise and different factors that affect those races. So I want to try and get as consistent and tight of a look into a horse as possible. So that's why the default is set to 1 through 5 class and a type of paid. Champagne Sizzler, but feel free to adjust it. Feel free to adjust the dates. Again, if you have a lot of races, really drill down into where your current class is, especially if you have a good amount of races there. Can really, change the way you look at and consider things, especially, if you're in class 5, you might see 4 or 5 distances. If you have a strong racer, 3 or 4 distances that you have really good flames in, and then as you move up in class, that's going to start to drop off. So really tightening in that evaluation on a class level can be really important. So immediately, I'm not even looking at this yet. I'm going to start here this time on the evaluation. Right in this 2400 looks good. Not necessarily, but looks good. 2000 could be good because this is really tight bottom. This could be like an up button. And now I'm going to look at so was that 20, 22, and 24. So you got 100%, 33%, 42, 26, 40, and 0. So we've got some flames, some consistency. Here's kind of the gate preferences. Here's how the horse is placing. So now let's take a look at, so average fee, you're really consistent here, which is awesome. This is really important. I can't stress this enough. If you are a new stable, you have a new horse, you won a horse here tonight, and it's unraced, start in your class. Don't race up. Start with the lowest dollar value that you can. Really get to know and understand your horse. Long term, it's going to make the most sense, in my opinion. And then if you start to find success, then you can start ramping up your entry fees and look at trying to make more money off of it. All right, so looking at this, so looking at the profitability here, we've got some at 2,600. Awesome, but only 5 races, so not a whole lot. But you've got a win there. You've got 4th through 3rd. 4 through 8 is the same. And you got 20% 9 through 12. So let's look at the little arrow chart here. You've got 1 up front, so again tied to probably the wins. You've now got pretty solid right around their multiple triangles right around this the average, which would again be strong with like the 4 through 8, but some are above. And then you've got a few below. Lampshaded, wow, $20. Thank you so much for the donation. So generous, so generous. Thank you. Yeah, I do not have. You can't subscribe to the channel because I want to try and reach as many people as possible. I stream live Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube simultaneously. If I were to sign on and do any of the agreements with Twitch, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to reach and help as many of you as I possibly could. So there's no subscription, but there is a donation. If you like the content that you see, none of it's required, never required, but it is truly greatly appreciated and really does a lot for me and the stream. So yeah, thank you, Lampshaded. That was super super kind. Really really appreciate it. So looking back at the horse, so 2400, you've got to win. Yeah, 2600. Look at the speed. Both of these are faster. Both of these are tighter deviation. You don't have a ton of races. I would race. This is more established at 28 races. At class looks like just under 3. Okay, so that's you're about the same. I would maybe try, if you have the funds to do so, $2.50 races at 2600. Maybe do 3 or 4. See how you perform. See how the distribution plays out at 26. Um, then I would maybe circle back to 24. If these numbers start to get more lopsided one way or another in the negative, you have a base and you have some consistency here. It's not profitable yet. You could find some success. I would be extremely cautious and conscientious of the competition that you're racing against. So, go into Know Your Horses, click into your races. Are you consistently racing against the same people, and are you constantly losing against them? Look for those people when you enter races. That could be a factor that could improve your performance. I also see, yeah, you've got class 4, class 3, and class 2. Maybe doing some class management. It looks like you don't have many races, but potential down buttons at 1012 could be a helpful strategy. So a few different ways we can go with this. 26, 24. Um, Two, like, performance isn't there, but this is so high and that's so low comparatively, so I don't love that from a just finish distribution standpoint. And your speed is faster, but not as fast as the other two distances. 26 will be harder to get into, but be mindful of your competition and class management. That would be my recommendation with this horse. Midsummer Mystery. And we will do one more after this. Thank you all, those of you that are new. This is my website, mjinformatics.com. You do not have to sign up. You do not have to pay anything. It is completely free access. You can do the exact same thing I'm doing right now. If you have any questions about it, if you want me to evaluate a horse and I don't get to it tonight, shoot me a DM on Discord, on Twitter. Shoot me a DM on here on Twitch. I don't check that as often, but feel free to do so. All right, so Midsummer Mystery. Not a lot of races, especially at these distances. So you've raced the horse out wide. Catfish in 19, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I am seeing some fire. So it could be, again, an indicator of preferred distance over time. So I wish CJ was still here. This is, I think, a really interesting point of there could be potential here, but right now the data isn't necessarily showing it, because you're getting 4 through 8 and 9 through 12. Now, that doesn't mean if you were to race at this distance, 100 times, that these distributions would be totally different. The strategies that I'm about right now are all about where's your horse currently racing and performing well, and let's try and optimize for that. I like to say that a horse's preferred distance will evolve and change over time. Now, that's not technically true from a horse like genetic and horse ability standpoint, but it's what the data shows you as you race it. So factors like competition, class, entry fee really factor into how that horse can perform. Horse management is such a huge part of this game and can make or break a horse. And you can find great deals, and you can also get burned, and you can also almost to the point of being completely lost. So I'm not seeing profitability at any distance. You've got a 33% first through third. I don't love this 4 through 8 here, and you've got 0, 9 through 12. So that's really kind of going to push you up into class, up higher in classes pretty quick. And so you've got some fire here, but it's not directly tied to success yet. You've got some fire here, not tied to success at all. So this is why when you have a young horse, again, going back to the CJ's comments earlier, be careful, be wary of fire. Larger sample size could be a completely different story, but be careful of that. Speed standpoint, 1200 is faster. So one thing that stands out to me here is your average fee 0.002. So, young horse starting out, let's get that average fee down. I love that you're racing under 2 races a day. I love that this is also very low as well. Average place is great. Let's try and flip these distributions more in your favor by bumping that average fee down. If you look at 1200 here, yeah, look at these speeds. Look at these speeds. Significantly faster. 1200, you've got some flames. 1400, you've got more flames. And it is a little faster than Zed, but at this point, it's not showing you, in my opinion, that you should be racing there yet. That doesn't mean that isn't going to be true in the future. All right, we will do one more horse on stream. All right, let's do Death Proof from Sproul 21. So again, think of like my favorite analogy to use with Zed and with my site in general is that Zed is a puzzle, and each one of these columns, each one of these charts, each one of these reports is a piece of that puzzle. The more pieces of the puzzle you can fit together, the clearer picture you're going to have on how successful you can be with the horse. If you don't have all the pieces, it doesn't necessarily mean you won't be successful. It doesn't necessarily mean you will be successful. But the more you can put together, the better. The clearer the picture. And the more informed decisions you can make. So we've got 54 paid races for Death Proof so far in here. Was raced with odds 4.5 per day. That's not horrible, especially some of these were pre-odds. Candy Island, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, great. Very consistent in your average fee, which is fantastic. So some distances look more profitable than others. Let's take a look at 16 and 2. So of your first through thirds, they've all been, so that's only one race out of 4 though, have been in here. You are running that very fast. You are getting some fire here, not the most. There could be an opportunity here, but I don't love how high this 4 through 8 number is at 75%. Alternatively, you have 9 races here. You're pretty much spot on the nose for speed. But you're running at a much tighter distribution to me, which could explain why you're getting 22% first through third, 11% win, which is the same amount of wins as the 4. If my math is correct, that should be more first through third finishes, but a much lower 4 through 8. So if you look at the average points here, 1.25 versus 0.11. So this is going to help you stay in your class for longer. You can have more races in a class longer at 1200, which can be hugely important. Alternatively, it looks like you have some down buttons here. Not many races, only 6. But negative 1.67 points could really help you stay in class 4 or class 5. So think about that from a balance standpoint. So where would I recommend if this was my horse? You've got 9 races, you've got 4 races. I would say, hey, let's do 3-4 races at 1600. How does the distribution compare to the 12? What do these numbers look like after the fact? Because you are running it significantly faster at a fairly tight distribution, almost the same distribution difference as 1200. See what that looks like in 3-4 races. If this distribution holds up, then I would continue to go that way. If it doesn't, then I would maybe consider something else at this point in time. But kind of as you bring these race numbers up, as you kind of equalize it out, where's the data telling you to race your horse? All about data-driven gaming, data-driven racing, data-driven decisions. It's going to change over time. You're still learning about your horse. You have so few races here. I would start at 1600, see where things go from there. All right, just checking some last questions in chat. Stealth One, what is up? Did miss the giveaway original pad. Thank you, Leaf. Appreciate that. 3 a.m. Bojack Horseburger. What a legend. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Dirt Dog says class down. No problem. Local Boy says, did I do any research into location? So I want to address this before we kind of wrap up tonight. So there's some theories going around on Zed that location matters for your horse, and that a location can give you fire. Location could give you improved performance, for lack of a better word. I'm speaking in generality. Your horse could race better at a certain country, I guess is the best way of saying it. In the data that I looked at, I'm not going to say it's true. I'm not going to say it's not true. But one thing to consider that I don't see talked about when people are talking about locations is how often a distance pops or distance appears for a particular country. So, for example, hypothetically speaking, if the U.S. consistently shows 1200 in class 4 and you're a class 4 racer, you could then say, hey, I'm killing it for us, oh man, there's definitely something to country. Well, maybe not. If you go into class 5 or class 3 and all of a sudden the UK or Australia is more popular, how does that affect your performance? Does it at all? So that's one thing, that's one piece of the conversation that I don't see people talking about, is how often is a race popping at a certain distance. So if I'm class 4, 1200, most of my races are in the US. 80% of the races are in the US, 20% are in Canada, and I'm killing it in the US, or I'm killing it in Canada, vice versa. That isn't necessarily an indicator that one country is better. It could just be the distribution, the number of races in that particular country at the particular class that are affecting things and giving you the impression um, that country is affecting things. Now, that doesn't mean country's not. It could be. We don't. I can't say that we know for certain. But I think that if you want to entertain the idea that country does, that is definitely something you need to consider. And then you just took the words right out of my mouth, local boy. Completely agree. Time of day, something to consider. If you're constantly racing at the same time, constantly against the same field, maybe consider changing that up, especially if you aren't performing as well as you would like. Um, great questions. Great questions. Nowhere Co says Mother's Scorn has improved a lot due to MJ info. Found the sweet spot at 1600. That is awesome. That makes me so happy. That is, I love getting 150, 160, followers on here. But when I hear and see people using my site and my tools to make data-driven and data-informed decisions to improve their horses, to improve their stables, that is what really means the most to me in Zed. Because I want this platform to be as accessible and as enjoyable by as many people as possible, because I truly love everything about Zed. I know there have been some hiccups, but I'm so incredibly bullish on it, and they've proven time and time again that they are able and willing to adapt as these hiccups come about. Um, Nowhere Code, thank you, truly, thank you for sharing that. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Um, really means a lot. Thank you. Um, made my day, made my week, made my month. Um, that's gonna be it for stream tonight. If I did not get to your horse and you would like me to, shoot me a DM. If and when I have time, I will absolutely do my best to get to it. If not, hop on stream. I want to try and do more pop-up streams for horse evaluations. There will be more giveaways. I love you all. Appreciate you all. Good luck racing. I'm out.